I've just been here the whole time.
He has. He's been standing there since last week. Can you believe that? This is Whiskey Buds. I'm Kurt.
Billy.
Billy is the statue of Billy. And this week, if you notice the change in scenery, was Elijah Craig for an Old Pulteney. So we're going from bourbon to scotch.
An old what?
Old Pulteney.
What's that?
I don't know.
It's
a scotch.
Ooh, it's got a ship on it.
It does.
Maybe that's the name of the ship.
Not that I know of.
Matured in fine oak casks, quietly breathing in the fresh sea air, Old Pulteney is the very essence of this unique place. It's a place.
Yeah.
Maybe. Intricate, balanced, and with a delicate mineral salted spiciness. Old Pulteney is a distinctive and evocative spirit. Truly the maritime malt.
All right,
What's that
maritime
mean?
malt. Well, this is on the most northernly, this is the most northern distillery on the mainland of Scotland. There's, on some of the islands, there's distilleries that are more north of this, but this is the most northernly mainland Scotch. At the port of Wick, the port of John Wick, something like that, right? The port of Wick, where they make this, there was actually a time where you could only access the distillery by the sea.
All right, so this is
All I've got on it,
43%.
Yeah. So it's not going to be a very, very high proof. It's not going to carry a lot. The shape of the bottle, by the way, is actually reminiscent of the stills that they use to distill it.
Wonder why they did that.
Because it represents the still.
No, I mean, I wonder why.
Why the still would have it?
Yeah.
I heard that they had to cut off because it didn't fit in the building. They had to cut the top off of the still or something, and then they just shortened the still.
Pretty fragrant.
Yeah. What am I getting there? It's... You're looking at me like you're trying to
Tell me what it is so I can agree with you.
Yeah, I know you're trying to cheat off my test. I could
just this once. Let me see.
I want to say I'm smelling a bit of that saltiness in there.
Really? Ooh, I just got a big whiff of caramel.
Okay.
But I thought I was smelling a little bit of peach or apricot or something.
Peach or apricot. Okay, so some sort of fruity. This is ex-bourbon casks that they age it in.
Okay, maybe a little salt.
Just a hint, right?
You're playing head games with me now.
I am. You're like, son of a gun. It's C. The answer is C.
C, salt. All right, I'm going in.
Yeah, go in. Oh. It's easy to drink.
Is it?
Yeah,
Ooh, wow.
It went down almost like it wasn't even there.
Ooh, it is salty, sea salty, isn't it?
Got a slight saltiness to it, right? Almost a brine. No, not a brine, but
just used seawater on it. I don't know. Oh man, I don't think I like the alcohol at first.
Okay.
It's just not good alcohol. And then, wow, a whole bunch happens. I tasted the fruitiness, the sweetness, and then the saltiness really just came out. It's not like table salt though. It's
no. Yeah, there is that. What would that be? Almost like rock salt.
Well, it's not overpowering salty.
No.
But it's the salt is very well mixed in with everything, and it's just
yeah. Are you getting any of that apricot or anything? You smelled?
I did the first taste, but the second one,
yeah,
the alcohol is just
overpowering it.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I'm not getting any of that alcohol burn at all.
Okay. Well, what I did is I took a drink and I let it kind of mellow out.
Yeah, like you said,
across the tongue and
cascade
everything.
across your tongue. Yeah.
Yeah. But then I didn't get a whole lot of flavor. So I was like, well, what if I just open my mouth and take a breath?
Okay.
A gentle breath in. And kind of
Yep.
But then the ethanol.
Ethanol really, I
just brought out the ethanol.
I'm thinking that's
Covered
what it would do.
everything
As soon
up.
as you do it, it's like having like a peppermint, like mint
Right?
of some
Yes,
sort,
yes.
and then you go to breathe, and it's just nothing but pepper. You're like oh, that was
That's
a
what
bad
just
idea.
happened.
Yeah,
But when I didn't do that on the first drink, you know, the ethanol kind of went away and the flavor came out. It's like you can have one or the other, but not both at the same time with this. You either get the ethanol or the flavor.
what do you think?
Man, I don't know.
I think
That's
it's
a tough
all right.
one.
I think it's good. It's very gentle. It's very easy to sip. I don't see any like prominent flavors or anything that would make me go to it for any particular reason, but I wouldn't turn it down. You know, it's pleasant. I enjoy it, but
So I think
it's not going to be memorable.
I think it has that saltiness and the little bit of peachy apricot taste
Okay.
in there. But it's so hard for me to pick out once I'm actually drinking it.
All right, because it's so light, right?
I don't know what it is. It's like the ethanol just completely covers it. And
That's
depending on
crazy,
how you
yeah.
drink it or breathe or whatever,
It changes how much ethanol you're catching.
changes your whole experience of drinking it.
So it is a very, you got to learn the right technique if you're going to enjoy this. And it's crazy because I don't get any ethanol hardly through it at all.
What are you talking about?
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no ethanol in there. I
think you
think
should have shook it up first before you poured it.
I poured yours first, so
It was all floated to the top.
yeah,
and
all the
that's-
ethanol was at the top. I give it to you, and I got the good stuff.
Well, the last drink I just took of this one, the saltiness came out again.
Yeah,
And
I get
kinda
hints
does-
back and forth,
Kind of does remind me of seawater,
right?
which you shouldn't drink.
No, but you get it in your mouth if you
If you
swim in
go
the
in
ocean.
the ocean, you do.
It's going to happen.
But I kind of like it.
So now, as time goes on, you're kind of like, all right, there's hints that I'm
Well, I wouldn't pick this one.
enjoying. Okay, so there's parts of this that you're now starting to pick out that you like those
Yeah.
parts of.
Like,
But overall, as an experience, it's
if I'm being forced to drink it,
like
I can
like if you
appreciate
got to do a
parts
whiskey
of
show.
it.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think the more you sip on it, the more you can kind of dig into the different
The nuances.
flavors and the different ways of drinking it and the changing experience and kind of enjoy it.
okay, yeah,
But you know, some people pick out different flavors out of the same bottle, right?
yes, they do.
So
Like we
it
were
might
just
not
saying,
just
right?
be like different preferences and tastes, but it might be what actually comes out for you.
I like it. Billy's on the fence.
It's interesting, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
Don't overpay for it.
Yeah.
And join us next week when we have. I think we're going to have a strong whiskey for next week. Something to really cap off
Just what I
the week
needed.
for. Yes, yeah. Join us next week. Cheers.
Thanks for watching.